Oh, there we go. I'd like to welcome you to the Valle Hermoso HO train layout in the Philippines. Just give you a quick tour here, and we'll get started. All I gotta do is find the thing. I guess not. Well, let's start over here. Here we go. Now this is kind of a semi-prototypical layout. The room is 11 by 6, which happens to be my office and workshop. So I had kind of a problem as how to how do you lay this thing out. So it was interesting. Anyway, we'll start over here. This is Valle Hermoso. This is actually where I live, in Valle Hermoso. And as you can see, you've got the cemetery, and actually that's going to be George's shop, that building there. And there's the famous Conlaon volcano, which has been kind of active the last few weeks, not too good. And then of course we have the river coming through here. I'll get rid of some of the shadow there. There's my fake concrete pilings there. Here we have the bridge. This is not completed, of course, but I'm about halfway through, and I don't have my facials on or anything like that. And then here's the bridge. This is Bagowinas, the town of Bagowinas, as you leave El Hermoso, and you head out down the road, and you can see some more of my concrete pilings there for the overpass, which are actually toilet paper rolls, painted gray, but it works. And here we've come to one of the little areas of what I call a resort, the little beach resort, with of course the common boats that they use in the Philippines. It actually is more like a dugout canoe. Actually, I use them quite a bit. They're actually nice little sailing rigs. And then here you can see, as we go along, we're leaving the Valle Hermoso and Bagowinas, and we're heading out down the road. And here's one of my stations, one of my switching stations. This is actually going to be the sugarcane switching area, but I don't have all my sugarcane cars yet, and I'll come back to this in a little bit and show you how I do this, because see, this is actually a walkthrough, and it comes apart, but we'll go through that a little bit later. Now over here we head down the highway again, and of course we come into another little area with another beach. Valle Hermoso in the Philippines is noted for lots of beach areas. People spend a lot of time swimming, fishing, or whatever. And then of course here they've got some more boats. And then here's my my tunnel, and of course my my mountain. My wife now, she told me, which is true, that she says, you know, Filipinos, they live everywhere, up on the mountains and down on the side of the roads and all over. So I ended up putting these little buildings and making a little pathway going up to these houses, because it's true, they do live everywhere. I mean, it's, you know, it's called kind of no man's land. Oops. Uh-oh, there's my right over here, this little thing, my battery off of my drone. I use this battery for the inside. I call it the mystical tunnel, because inside the tunnel are some things that you would not normally see on this type of layout. So this is in what I call St. Carlos, which is the big city. And here, of course, you can see they have a train depot, and these are some of the older cars there, and in the background you can see some tankers there, and then there's a machine shop for the trains. In there, there's a diesel that they're working on. Yeah, poor guy, he had a little problem there on shipping. And then of course as we go along here, we come to another area where they have another beach, and of course more sockeye ends, which is very common for everybody in this area. And then we move over here and we get down to this is my switching area here, where I have my layout for my different trains, so we can go from you know, whatever. I only have actually 3 turnouts and 3 little yards here, but as you can see, oh yeah, there's didn't finish painting yet. That's actually PVC pipe, but that works good. Makes a nice looking big pipe. And over here we had this big post, and it was a kind of a problem, so I made another tunnel. And then as I was sculpturing the tunnel, there was these little grooves and stuff, and I said, oh, that makes an interesting place for waterfalls. So I ended up doing waterfalls there. And then of course now we're back to the Valle Hermoso area. And then I'll take you over here to the where we were a while ago. Oh yeah, here we are. This is one of my switching yards, a small one mainly. This is going to be a sugar cane tanker area. But what I've done, if you can see here, here's the line, the divider. So it just kind of comes up there, and of course over here the same. So this actually whole piece comes out. But the problem was that how are you going to do that without keeping and moving the track all the time and disconnecting, and you know, it gets to be a problem. So what I did was I took these 2 tracks, as you can see here, I soldered here and here, and then I went underneath and I soldered over here and over there, and then underneath here you can see I've joined it with wire connectors there. So what I can actually do is I modified the track, so you can see I can just take it apart right like that. And then when I get ready to put it back together, I just slip it in like that, and all I have to do is disconnect the wires underneath, and then I can take this out. These guys are all fastened, all the trees and things are all fastened, so that they'll stay in place. Well, I'll give you a quick guide ride going around here, because see, this was the problem. My keyboard, my guitar, holy smoke, where am I going to put my stuff? And then of course over here I have my computer, and in my work area, this is this is where I do the demolition on the equipment and trains and things and whatever. But yeah, it's interesting. I couldn't buy the actual foam that they have in America, so this is just styrofoam, but it works. It works. It was a lot cheaper. And of course these are my, you can see them there, these are my lights, lamp posts, which is actually plastic toothpicks and thumbtacks, but they look like posts. Looks pretty good. It works. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the Valle Hermoso, Philippines. So, bye-bye for now.